Hello and welcome back to Youth Code Jam's online bits and bytes lessons. Today we are finishing up our code adventure series with Codemoji, and we're going to do a fun activity with an emoji dance. This activity is pretty simple. It's great for elementary students. Younger students may need some help, and by younger I mean like K through 2 may need some help with a couple of the actions. So if there's an adult on hand, that would be great. Older students, as in probably 8th grade and above, this might be too simple for you, but you're welcome to try it out if you just want to see what it's about. So let's go ahead and get started with the activity. In a browser, go ahead and go to codemoji.com. That is one word, spelled CODEMOJI.com. You can see, if that was too small to see on my screen, you can see it here at the logo. It's one word, and then just add .com at the end. Once you're on this page, click the play button and head to the workshop option. So it says animate play. That's where we're going to be. There's a panda on it. So if you watched the previous video, you're familiar with this interface. If not, this is where our blocks are going to be. So we have an action container, sounds, and characters. Sequence is where we're going to add our code blocks, and then everything will output over here. So you are welcome to change the character to anything you want. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it with the panda this time. You do not have to change it if you don't want to, but if you do, there's lots of options. Actually, I want to change mine. I changed my mind. I'm going to do the dragon. I like dragons. And let's head back over to actions. So the first thing I want you guys to do is get a move block and drag it to the sequence pane. Once there, click on move, and you're going to see 3 options show up, and we are going to change values in all 3. So click on the left and right arrow icon. This is going to allow us to move horizontally, either to the left or to the right. The up and down icon lets us move up and down. So it's called horizontal for left and right, vertical for up and down, and then the clock is our duration, or how long they're going to do this action. So we're going to change horizontal from 100 to 0. So we're not going to move left or right, is what that means. And then we're going to change the vertical value from a positive to a negative 100 by just clicking once in front of the 100 and adding a minus or negative sign. And duration is going to change from 1.5 seconds to just 0.5 seconds. So I'm just going to click in front of that period and delete the 1. So what's going on here, let's talk about these values. So like I said, we're not going to move horizontally, so we set it to 0 pixels. Pixels, for those of you who don't know, they're a unit of measurement common with photos, also with web design. So a pixel is a very, very small unit. You'll see it like twitch up or down a little bit, so you use a lot to move across the screen, and really 100 pixels is not that much. I think our screens are measured in pixels, so you know, like a screen might be 1,000 or more pixels in size. Vertical, up and down. So if we're using a negative 100, we're going to move down our screen. If we were using a positive number, we would move up. Duration is just in regular seconds, and we're going to just do a half a second for this movement. So let's test it out by hitting run. And for some reason we moved up when we did a negative number, so I'm not really sure why. Let's reset. So we're starting at 0, and in this program you can see the X and Y over here that erased my code. So let's go back and fix that. 0, 100. Okay, so here that moved. So for some reason in this program, moving a negative 100 is up, not down. And it really just depends on how the programs these interfaces were made, which one that is, and where the center is. So for this program, negative means up, positive will mean down. Alright, so now we're going to get a rotate block and add it to our sequence. Click rotate. Click the little, I guess you call it recycling icon, but those little, basically a rotating icon. And change degrees are going to stay at 360. But we're going to change the timer to be half a second. just make it 0.5. Now if I press 1, so you see how I went further up the screen and now I'm kind of at the top? So we are going to reset, and that'll bring us back down to the center. So after each time we run the program, make sure to hit reset so that we restart in the right area. All right, so let's grab another move block. And this time we're going to change the horizontal again to 0. And the vertical is going to stay at 100, and duration is going to change to 0.5 or 0.5 seconds. So if we run that, and you can see it going through each block. So it moves it up, and then we return back to our starting point. So we wouldn't technically need to do reset this time because we already are back in our starting spot. Now let's get a scale block. This is going to allow us to make the emoji bigger or smaller. Click on scale, click on the up and down arrow, change 1.5 to 2, so we're going to make it 2 times bigger than it is, and change the duration or the time to ½ a second. I believe for this program all of our durations will change to ½ a second. Right, so now head over, we're in the actions container, head over to the sounds container and get the pop sound. So if you want, you'll be able to hear this. If you have your volume turned off, you won't be. There's no special effects for that one. Now add another scale block. I believe we're going to, from the actions drawer, go to actions, now add scale. I believe we're going to shrink our character back down. So click on the up and down arrow, change it to 0.5 on the scale. And same with our seconds, that should also be 0.5 or 0.5. And you can see instead of retyping the whole number, I'm just changing the part that needs to change. Alright, the very last block we're going to add is a skew block. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click horizontal, so this will scale it to the left, I think, 30. So it's set to 30, we're going to change it to 180. And then vertically, we're also going to change that to 180. And then duration, if you haven't guessed, it's going to be ½ a second again. So that can be 0.5 or 0.5. Okay, so now I'm going to run the program. You guys won't hear the pop on my end, but if you have the sound turned on your computer, you will hear it there. Okay, so that's it for the program. It's pretty simple. You are encouraged to keep playing around and see what else you can make the character do, but that's going to be it for our final Codemoji lesson. Our next series, I believe, after this is going to be, I think it's a digital literacy series after that. Let's go check. So you can wait for that one to come out on YouTube or be posted to our webpage. So, or you can sign up for our live classes. So our live lessons are from 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Monday and Wednesdays. You do not have to be in San Antonio to attend these lessons. You can live in any state, but that is the time they'll be held at. If you can't make that time, then obviously we encourage you to stick with the videos if you would like. But if you head to our website, youthcodejam.org, and go to Find Programs, find Bits and Bytes. This is going to be the page. So this top button right here will take you to our registration site. This is done through our partner, Palo Alto. They handle registration for us. That's not done on our side. That's done on their side. So they have 2 ways. You can sign up for individual series, which are 2 weeks long. So yep, after Codemoji, we will have our digital literacy activities. So it's 4 activities over 2 weeks. Or you can sign up for all of 2021, and you will get reminder emails Monday and Wednesdays about them with any documents that you may need. But it is important that you sign up, otherwise you will not be able to, your student will not be able to attend that lesson. So if you signed up for, let's say, Codemoji, but you forgot to sign up for this one, it's not a big deal. Sign up as soon as you can, but if they're not signed up for that lesson, we cannot allow them on the call that day. So that's just legal fun. What else? On this page, you can see videos of the current month's lessons, so we load them after we've done the lesson for the day. They become live at 5:30, and we'll have any activity sheets that you might need. If you don't see an activity sheet, it's because the video goes through everything pretty well, so we did not upload it there, but you'll see like what the activity name is here and what tech we used if it was relevant. And you can always find more activities on our YouTube channel. There are a lot. We're about to be over 70 videos there, so there are a lot to go back and do. We've been doing this since March. So if you're bored, there's plenty for you to do there. Other than that, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this activity. Any feedback you want to leave is great, and have a nice day.